the notification just popped up that congratulations, you got in. So in the interview part, I've seen students getting really high marks and still not be making it. Okay, IIM Indore is a top college. I did not even know that. I won't be able to clear the cutoff anyways.
Hello everyone, today we have someone really special with us, Anshi Arora, who has secured All India rank 22 and category rank 21 in IPM Indore 2025, and now she's going into her dream IIM, or I should say everyone's dream IIM. So Anshi, how are you feeling, and many congratulations
Thank
to
you so much. I'm feeling great actually.
So are you still able to comprehend what has just happened, or is it just you're still processing everything?
No, I'm pretty much able to comprehend now. It was just for maybe 2-3 hours that I was not able to believe what just happened.
So like the results just came yesterday, like almost an evening. So were you able to check it then and there, or how you got to know about it? So the final result is already out.
So I was actually with my mother and my brother. We were watching reels, not random Tarak Mehta reels, and the notification just popped up that congratulations, you got in. So I was shocked what just happened. So I could not process it for maybe 2-3 hours. Then after all the congratulations started coming in, then I could process, okay, I've got in. Okay, fine.
And what were your parents' reaction? How did they react?
My mother was really happy, and I almost started screaming and jumping. Okay, I got in. Then she called my father because he was not there at that moment, and then my mother started calling all my relatives, my nana, nani, and her friends and all of them, and they were actually really happy about it.
Yeah, this is like a really proud feeling.
Yeah.
Right. There's a bit confusion to the students that should they apply to all IIMs that offer IPM, or they should target specifically one. So what was your case? Like, did you apply in all those IIMs that offer IPM?
So yes, I did, because see, IIM Indore's criteria is 65% scores and 35% interview. So even if you actually clear the score and you're actually sure that you will clear the scores depending on your mock scores or whatever, but in the interview part, I've seen students getting really high marks and still not able to and still not be making it. So yeah, I think it is better to have backup options, and not even for IIMs, you should even apply to other B schools that are offering
offer IPM. Right, great. Like Nirma is there, right?
Nirma, NMIM is
right,
Tapmi,
yeah, great. So also tell us, like, how many calls you got, like from which IIMs you got the call?
So I got from IIM Ranchi, IIM Amritsar, IIM Indore, and actually I did not apply for IIM Shillong and IIM Kozhikode because I got the calls from these 3 colleges, but yeah, I would have converted because they were also in the same range.
Right, same score, so right, great. And for those of you who don't know, Anshi took a drop and then she prepared for her IPMAT journey, right? So just shed some light on that, like how you got to know about IPMAT, was it already pre-decided, everything related to that?
So I got to know about this IPM program when I was in 11th, but I did not pay attention to it because I thought I just wanted to go to DU top colleges, the North colleges, and I did not have that much clarity that okay, IIM Indore is a top college. I did not even know that. However, I had very less time, so I could not manage both. So then I did not convert IPM that year because of, I think, maybe 1 month prep. So then I decided to take a drop because I thought that I do have the potential and I could convert it if I prepare for it sort of diligently.
Like proper focus just in the entrance exam.
Yeah, my LPT center was just nearby my home. So I knew that they had this IPMAT course. So I just went ahead and had a counseling session with them. And they told me more about IPMAT, and I was more fascinated by this whole program and got a better holistic approach towards it. So that is how they helped me, and the lectures were honestly great, which helped me clear my cutoffs till then.
Right.
And the PI prep was also great.
Okay. Now, since Anshi was our online student, so Anshi, how did you manage online classes? So did you had time to self-study? How did you balance that?
So for me, for my case, actually online was more suited for me because then I could just do it at my own pace and try to understand each and every concept according to my level of understanding.
Right, you have the flexibility. You watch the recorded live sessions, and if you miss onto anything, then you have the recorded sessions. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Right. And how was your experience with the teachers, the faculties? What was their role in your preparation?
So I had this. So I was more towards the VA side, so my quant side was a bit weak, and I had to work more on it because the quants of especially IPMAT Indore is tougher than
Right.
most of the exams that are there for other management colleges. So up until 2 months before my actual exam, I was not able to clear the cutoffs in most of the mocks for the quants exam, and I thought I have to lock in now because then the IPMAT is nowhere near.
Right.
So then in the last 2 months, the teachers helped me a lot figuring out my schedule and being a bit more managed and
With the continuous mock
Yeah.
drills also, right? You
Yeah.
could get a hang on to that, like the sectional time limits in Indore has it. So you have dedicated practice sessions as to, how to complete one section in a particular time. So that helped a lot.
So here is where LPT helped me. They gave me a customized schedule and a timetable, and that is what helped me stay on track with my PI preparation, and I felt like I was accountable towards something, and that is what kept me going and kept me more focused and disciplined.
Right. So this is like a very prominent feature wherein personal guidance
Yeah.
really does wonders and even the student and the teacher feel really great when you give personal attention, you get personal attention, and the result is you're going into your dream IIM too, right?
Yeah, so even in mocks, I was doing a lot of trials and errors. So in my mocks, I was able to score good in VA and essay section, although the MCQ section, I was never able to clear the cutoffs of MCQ in my mocks. So while the trial and error, I'll just tell you something that happened in my IPMAT exam. So this year, the MCQ section was like really, really tough. So choosing the questions, and there was no arithmetic this year. I think maybe 1 or 2 questions, and it was purely geometry, modern math, algebra. So during my mocks, what I learned was I was never taking any risks, and up until the last mock I gave, I think I might have taken some kind of risk and guessed. I made an educated guess in one mock, but I never did. Although in the actual paper, I did 6 questions, and if those, my accuracy was quite all right. So if those 6 questions would have been correct, I would have gotten 24 marks, and that is nowhere near the cutoff. So I thought, okay, I'll make an educated guess right now, because otherwise, though, I won't be able to clear the cutoff anyways. Even if they are right, then I'll be able to. If they're not right, then I'm anyways not making it. So I took 3 educated guesses, and 3 of them were correct.
Right.
So I think that is where mocks helped me to understand myself more and to think on my feet. And that is what I also did in my PI, thinking on my feet. That is what I think got me here, and that is what is important in management too.
True. So this was regarding your entrance exam. How did your PI went? Like you went all the way to IIM Indore. Tell us about your experience over there.
So my PI was first day, first lot. So it was 8 a.m. reporting time. So I woke up around like 5 a.m. And from the past mock experiences that I had with LPT, the one thing that I learned was to be more humble, to be more warm, to be more welcoming towards the panel, and to smile constantly. Even if they're asking something very out of the blue, very out of the box, and you have never heard about it, just keep smiling. And if you just keep smiling, then their attention will be on you rather than the question, I think. So because of those past mock PIs, from 5 a.m. straight, I was smiling for like 5 hours, so that I could actually smile in those 15 major minutes. So I think that is what happened, and my cheeks were actually hurting after smiling, because I smiled so much throughout. And I think smiling was the one thing that made my whole PI very casual and very chill.
Right. Students always focus on the academic part, but they often, miss on these soft skills which are actually very necessary in any interview, and that's where the mock PIs helped you a lot.
Yeah.
And now regarding the mock PIs, like we are discussing that, like we also made our students practice graphs a lot. Like students used to, just tell, please stop this. We don't want to do it anymore. But how was your graph experience? Like, did they ask you anything that was related to graph, to draw something to show them?
So actually, I was also a bit weak at graphs compared to other areas of mathematics. So what I did was, they did not ask me any graph by themselves. So they just asked me what is my favorite area in mathematics. So that they were actually giving me the opportunity to drive my interview very much. So I just told them calculus, and because I knew that there are not a lot of graphs in calculus, however, there are some functions which are very basic, and I will be able to answer and make I mean, I'll be able to explain them much better with the graphs because I know their graphs. So when they asked me about a few questions, I tried to integrate graphs into them while explaining. However, their explanation did not involve any graphs. So I thought that if I could explain them by myself and show that I have some graphical knowledge, they might not ask me about graphs, about the high level graphs at all. So that is what I did.
Okay, and it really helped you. See,
Yeah.
no matter, it's always better to listen to your teachers. It's actually a must. If they are saying something, it's out of experience, and the graph part really helped you there.
Yeah.
And it's also very important to think on your feet, just like Anshi did. She did a very smart play, choosing a topic which involved less graphs, so she could then answer it and use the graph. It was really a brilliant move. And now that you have cleared IPMAT Indore exam, how are you feeling? Like, you'll be going into IIM Indore, like August starting or something.
Yeah.
So what's the first thing that you'll be doing over there?
I'll be exploring the campus because it feels like a resort. It feels like another city, honestly. When I walked in for my PI prep, the weather was amazing, first of all. And while walking, you have a lot of butterflies over there. They just come to your feet. And the campus is genuinely really great. There are a lot of opportunities in the campus itself. There are a lot of sports facilities and the infrastructure. It's amazing.
Okay, and so Anshi, now to those IPMAT aspirants who will be preparing for IPMAT 2026, 2027, what piece of advice will you give them? Something that you missed on to your IPMAT journey, and you'll really request them not to repeat that or to keep certain things in mind.
Okay, so because I had a lot of time to prepare for it and my focus was all here, so I think I was able to figure it out until it was not too late. So the one thing would be, there are a lot of people giving you various advice on how to approach your preparation, be it PI prep, be it the exam, so the IPMAT exam. So what I would say is, don't blindly follow them. They might be relevant to some point, but I think what will work is how you make the most of it, how comfortable and how satisfied you are with your preparation, and how much confident you are about it. So if you prepare everything thoroughly or focus on your strengths, I think that will be great. And one other thing would be just to do trial and error throughout your preparation, because what I did was I did not stick to one particular resource for anything. I tried to gather up resources around my preparation, so different resources for different parts of VA. So it's not like I'm suggesting to use, maybe if you're doing word list, let's say, don't do the word list from 2 to 3 resources, but if you're doing word list from a particular resource, just stick to that resource and keep revising it thoroughly. So that would be one thing. And yeah, I think the trial and error would be the only way to customize your journey according to yourself and according to how you are, basically.
Right. So, like, since she really, a very good point that you have highlighted, that you have to be consistent with one particular thing rather than hopping to various things, because in that way आप जो basic चीज़ है वही भूल के आप सब चीज़ें cover करने के चक्कर में सब भूल जाते हो. Right. So, like, right, truly said, like, you have ample of mocks over here, right? LPT provides so many topics tests, so that really helped it, be it VA, be it quant.
Yeah, one thing was that people on the internet will tell you how to analyze your mocks, how to give maybe 3 to 4 hours to a particular mock analysis. That is not true. For my case, it did not work because I am not the kind of person who has just solved a 2-hour paper and I'm ready to solve that paper again maybe for 4 hours. I'm not that kind of a person. So I tried doing that in initial 1 or 2 mocks, but then I figured out it's not working for me. I'm not that active to do that.
So don't follow the herd. Work, do something that works for you, and there are mentors always to guide you. And I still remember faculties telling me that, okay, this is something that Anshi is not comfortable with. Let's skip this and let's work on something that actually helps her. And I think the result is here.
Yeah, so one thing that the faculty told me, because I was not able to follow this traditional mock analysis path for maybe doing it for 3 to 4 hours. So what I did was, we had solutions in our mocks itself, and they were very detailed. So I just created a white blank sheet, and I just wrote down the question number, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I just marked them as easy, A type, B type, C type. I was able to do them, I was not able to do them, and at the end of the sheet, it just took me 30-40 minutes, and that was a better utilization of my time. So I just went through the A type questions, because I won't be able to do the C-type questions anyways, and I won't have the time in the actual exam, so there's no point of doing them. And I just, at the end of the sheet, I just wrote down my actual score and the potential score that I could have had I not missed out on those other A-type questions. So I remember doing that, and I had maybe, let's say, 46 in the 46 marks in the mock, and I could have scored maybe 17 that mock in that particular section. So I think that helped me realize what those questions I was missing out on, and I could leverage more on them rather than focusing on solving the C-type questions.
Right. So that focusing on what you are actually getting out of it and not what is left. That's
Yeah.
True. Okay. So Anshi, one thing I noticed, you just mentioned that you were interested in going to DU. So you are from commerce stream, right? So you were interested in doing BCom from the starting, or was there something that you were surfing?
Okay, so the BCom idea was actually not mine. I was influenced by other people on the internet again, and I had an inclination towards law also, so I was following LPT for my law prep, but my interest shifted from law towards IPM because it was a more generalized course, and when I went through the curriculum, I think it was more
Suitable to your needs.
It was more suitable to my needs rather than the traditional path, that is doing BCom and then doing MBA. So I think that is what I liked about
Right.
it.
So yeah, basically IPM is all about getting direct entry into IIM, and here's what the key role is, right? So
actually it was more about the curriculum for me. So it was that the curriculum actually involves psychology, then there's coding, then there's mathematics, and there's economics. So I think if I wanted to be a real good manager, then having some knowledge about each and every domain and then specializing made more sense to me rather than just going towards BCom and then accounting and finance only. So I wanted to have a more diverse approach towards other domains and other subjects, and I wanted to explore more in my college years. So now even if I wanted to do, let's say, masters in psychology, I could do that after studying the basic psychology in my first 3 years. So
right, so you have selective elective courses over there, so you can choose from that.
And there's a lot of diversity, and the course is actually generic, so that I can choose. This is where LPT helped me. So there were a lot of counseling sessions made for us, and while pursuing law also, I was a bit hesitant because I was not very sure if I'll be able to do this particular thing for, let's say, 20-30 years of my life. So I went to my mentor and I told my mentor what is happening, and then he took my counseling session once, and then he walked me through the whole IPM curriculum because I think we had that understanding, and he knew me a bit to suggest me something like that. And then I researched about it on my own too, and then I came to the conclusion, okay, IPM is more suitable for me than law or the traditional path, that is BCom and then BBA.
So IPM is the go-to thing that you decided while you were in 12th.
One thing that actually helped me in my PI was also the access to LPT's PIQ. So they had these micro presentations and workshops being conducted for us to understand the whole PI process and the general things that go around in the PI, but we often miss it because we've just passed 12, so we are more focusing on academics rather than those soft skills actually help you make your first impression, and the first impression matters a lot because that is how your interview will be driven and that is the level of questions you'll be asked. So if you're very confident, if you're walking into the room like you own the room, then obviously the panelists would feel like, okay, that person knows a lot of things already and your PI will go really smoothly that
like
way.
Even the mentors used to, the panelists we used to have in our mock PIs, they used to constantly say to students, please smile, we know you are nervous, but this is a mock PI, please smile. So see, the small details really, take you a long way, and here you are going into IIM Indore.
Yeah, so one thing that I also observed about the soft skills and the workshops and the micro presentations was most people in my slot also, they were not smiling at all, and the people who went before me, they were actually shaking, they were very, very nervous. So that is one point that you can keep in mind, to smile throughout, even if they are asking you something out of the box, even if you're not able to answer something, just smile, just be very casual about it. They want to select you, don't go with the mindset that they want to reject you. They actually want you to come to their institute. You just have to prove it to them that, okay, you're a good person, you are deserving enough to be here, and that is something that will only happen if you're confident about yourself, if you're just smiling throughout. So
Yeah.
that is what helped.
Okay, so Anshi, this brings us to the end. We wish you all the best for your future. We are really very happy. And if you students have any doubt, any query, please drop them down in the comment box below, and we and Anshi will answer them back.